Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Rule Breakers. I'm your host, Mayumi and Jaith.
And I'm Jaith Nathavikarana.
At Rule Breakers, you get to meet outstanding personalities who have dared to take the road not taken. Here you get to meet people who have amazing stories beyond classroom and school walls. Children and adults who are chasing their dreams by breaking the rules. Here to share her rule-breaking story with us today, we have a very interesting guest. She is a young poet and has a great passion to protect the environment. I have great pleasure in inviting Hirah Isthiquar to Rule Breakers. Hey Hirah, how are you doing?
Hi. First of all, thank you, Speak, for inviting me to speak. I'm so excited. This is my book. Yeah.
Hi Hirah, how are online classes? Do you enjoy them?
Yes. It's okay. My teachers have activities, so I'm occupied. But when when the classes are over, it gets a little boring.
Okay Hirah, you have published your first book of poems. Who was the inspiration that led you to write poetry?
My teachers. My teachers have helped me a lot. My present English teacher, Miss Yogya, is so inspiring. It was the time that I began writing black and white to raise funds for the environment cause, where she taught us a lesson called Find Me a Poem. Miss Yogya was teaching a subject with many activities. The lesson had helped me continue my book. And then my mom, your mother will inspire you every day. So I can't hide the fact that she had inspired me from the day I was born. She is an author and wrote many stories and books. I loved writing and reading. At night when I couldn't sleep, I would sometimes secretly go see what she was writing and read it. She would put me back to sleep, but sometimes I would read them. I don't like. I don't understand some things that she had wrote at that time, but the way she used the words were beautiful. So I had thought, why not start writing too? That's when I started to read more books. I've already finished all the books I have and hope to read more.
Okay, so writing poems is not something most of us think to do when we're small. So how did you first figure out that you could write poems?
My mom, she said that she said that when I was small, I loved listening to the stories and the rhymes. Uh, and she also said I used to talk like a poet when I was a baby. I watched some of my baby videos when I'm trying to read rhymes and lullabies from books. They were funny. My mom had a habit of collecting what we drew or scribbled. Uh, Here's one I had written, I think, around 2014 when I was 3. When the sun goes down, it comes at night. Clouds are also there, and it's very nice. There are stars, they only come in the night. Moon and stars come only in the night. So I think I have been writing when I was small, when I was from a very small age. Uh, and for school comprehensions, we had to write our own poems. I think from kindergarten. So writing something has been a habit from childhood, and writing improves every time you write a poem or read.
What was the first experience that inspired you to create awareness on environmental pollution?
I can't say exactly when. I have scribbled notes and poems from a small age, but watching the Amazon bushfire and then the Australian forests burning made me feel guilty. I felt the animals that were getting burnt were talking to me, and they were pleading me to help them. And then when I visited my dad's hometown, I realized thought that it was a beautiful place. It was surrounded with mountains. But the place where the people live were polluted. Um, the garbage collectors come every day to collect garbage, but people are careless. Some of the plastics are being thrown, and garbage is not managed well. So the garbage collectors face difficulty, and I wanted to help them. I didn't know how to, so I thought of making a company that will help the environment. I asked my mom and dad how I could start a company. She said to start a company, I needed money, and she told me to think how I can find that money. She also said for me to take advantage of what I'm good at. She is an author. She earns and spends on good deeds, selling her books. So I wanted to do the same. I wrote black and white to create awareness about the environment being destroyed and spend money earned through it on helping the environment.
That's awesome. Like at such a young age, you think that you want to start a company. I mean, I didn't think that I would. I haven't thought about starting a company yet, actually. So moving on to the next question. I mean, writing poems is hard work. So do you find writing poems easy? Like, does it come naturally to you?
Yes, it's easy to say what I feel. It's fun too with the rhymes and all. We learned about writing poetry at school. Uh, I think I've learned so far rhyming poems, limerick, haiku, shape poems, couplets, short poems, and those poems, from my opinion, are also interesting. I think I like the rhyming poems the most.
How important was your parents' support when you were writing your book?
A million times more than the world. They were the lever that lifted me, and I can't say no. I can't say no that they did not help me at all. Because they have helped me a lot through the journey. They had encouraged me. They gave me ideas on how I could start earning the money from the company, and they boosted my courage.
Okay, so how do you find the balance between schoolwork and also pursuing your passion?
When I have leisure time, I do it. And when I'm bored, since now we only have online school, I have more time to spend at home. So I take use of it.
There might be so many kids out there who want to write poetry but don't know how to start. What is the advice that you have to give them?
Read what interests you. If you like poetry books, then read poetry books. If you like the fantasy books, read those types of books. Sometimes when I want to get an idea, I check pictures on Google that's relevant to my topic. It helps. It gives me ideas to write. And I Google the pictures to write poems. And if you're trying to write a story of some sort, then I think it would be best if you would research on those type of stories, or if you read books like them, that's according to your topic, or watch movies like them.
Okay, so all of us have a role model as a child. So who is your role model and why?
Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad's stories about helping people, sharing and caring wants to make me be a better person. My mom, whether she's sick or not, she does all that's necessary for us, and she doesn't stop being who she is, helping people and being an author. My dad, loving and caring, he always shares whatever he has to help others. We collect our pocket money and give it to him on Fridays so that he can spend it on needy. My new inspiration is Greta Thunberg. She's so brave and I wish I can meet her one day.
What were the challenges you faced while writing?
My mom fell severely ill, so that disturbed our daily routine. And then lockdown, we couldn't connect with the environment. We live in an apartment in Colombo. We couldn't go out for months, and months not getting out of the house was horrible. Before, we used to go on road trips during weekends. We would visit our grandparents, and writing about the environment while being away from it was challenging.
So what can we do to help the environment in your opinion?
Every simple thing counts. I'm sure you have heard that before. When you are out, don't litter. Have a small bag to collect all the rubbish that needs to go into a bin, like toffee wrappers and straws. Reduce the plastic usage, recycle, plant more trees, and treat animals better.
So what advice would you give to other young poets?
Write what you are passionate about. Read a lot. Read and love what you write.
Amazing.
It has indeed been an exciting session. I had so much fun and learned so much too. What about you, Mayumi?
Yeah, it was so awesome.
But all good things must come to an end. Hirah, thank you very much for coming here tonight and giving us the opportunity to learn from your experience. And thank you to our audience tonight. Until we meet again with another interesting rule-breaking guest, I wish you all the best in health and a great weekend ahead. Good night.